Shettima, and the Managing Director of the Northeast Development Commission, NEDC, Mohammed Goni Alkali, are two unhappy Nigerians as we speak. As bona fide sons of the Northeast, the two sons have petitioned the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetogun, over alleged false accusation leveled against them by some whistleblowers. The petitioners are rumored to have mismanaged 13 billion naira. We expect something to be done in the coming days. According to the American businessman Warren Buffett, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you will do things differently. Right.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
That's quite long.
Yeah, to finish a reputation built over time.
Too long.
Oh, yeah.
A minute is enough. Okay, so this is a very serious matter, and these whistleblowers, I hope that they have enough facts on ground to support the allegation, because we are talking about the Mr. Two citizen of Nigeria, the Vice President, and of course the MD of NEDC, which is the Northeast Development Commission. I mean, this is an agency that's saddled with a lot of responsibility. You know, we all recall that Northeast, I mean, a few years ago, was really under siege, so to say, in the hands of the Boko Haram insurgents, and so many people were displaced, so many people were killed. We can't forget about the abducted and eventually rescued Chibok girls. We still have some of them still in captivity. And all of that, even the Dapchi girls, they are from the Northeast. So this particular commission or agency, so to say, has been saddled with this responsibility of implementing human capital development. They are supposed to, rebuild the destroyed communities. They're supposed to resettle, integrate, and do a lot of things with these people. Even, I mean, we are looking at, when we say Northeast, we're talking about all the states in the Northeast. And then this allegation. So it is important that it's not enough, petitioning. Are you sure that these people do not have enough evidence before they came out? Because if they do not, then they should be in trouble. Nigeria is not a joke. Nigeria is not a seat of comedy or farce. We are serious people. So you come out and lay an allegation against Mr. Vice President, the second most important person in Nigeria. It's not to be taken lightly. So I hope that they have all evidence intact. Otherwise, they are in trouble.
Emeka, defamation is a criminal act.
But there's nothing like criminal defamation. That's sedition, and it's not in our laws.
Oh, boy. that must be coming from somewhere else. Did I see that coming?
The lawyer wrote there. He said criminal defamation and malicious libel. Yes, there's malicious libel.
Yes.
But there's no criminal defamation. But you trust Nigerian lawyers. They will take things beyond their ordinary meaning. I think, with due respect to him, I think the Vice President should actually allow the EFCC to investigate this matter. Because you see, one of the reasons why citizens should hold their leaders accountable is that so that the trust in these leaders can become stronger.
That's it.
When allegations are made against, a top functionary of government, and instead of asking police, go and arrest whistleblowers. I have been an advocate for an act, a whistleblowing act.
Yeah,
because
I was going to ask you,
yes,
when the whistleblowing thing came into being, what was the reaction?
I loved it. I was very happy about it, but I felt you cannot make whistleblowing effective without adequate legislation. There must be a whistleblowing act. There must be rewards for whistleblowers who come with facts. And they must be protected. Because you see, for the lawyer writing that is meant to tarnish the image of the Vice President and his family, how does his family come into this? To provoke his supporters, how? You have an issue right now in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The parent secretary was accused of sexual harassment. And then what happened? The minister, wrote to the head of service. The parent secretary has been, suspended and asked to step aside for investigation. And that's how it should be. Now, I'm not saying, okay, that the vice president has to step aside now because it's covered by immunity, But immunity from criminal and civil prosecution. Yes, but you see, you have to allow, you are talking of the vice president and an agency of government. So the vice president should not be seen to be protecting an MDA. Because if you set a precedent, tomorrow, somebody can come and hide. Okay, no, I'm being investigated because so-and-so person is from my area. Yeah. And then you hide under the person. One lawyer writes to the Inspector General of Police to investigate the whistleblowers. I think rather, whistleblowers should be commended, they should be protected, and then the EFCC should investigate this matter. Then if they are found...
besides, Emeka, there are some things, Ibn Abo hear this too, some things, they go without saying. The IGP should know when to move against somebody, against a suspected fellow.
Yes, you don't instigate the IG. You see, Nigerian lawyers need to help this country, honestly speaking. Because some cases, some cases that actually go before, there are petitions that are sent to the Inspector General of Police, to the DSS, to the EFCC, even to the military, are actually the handiwork of lawyers.
All right.
And you've heard judges actually complain that, why, you're a lawyer, why should you, even some senior lawyers, why would you bring such a thing, knowing that you're just wasting the time of the court? So instead of asking the IG, rather, either the Special Fraud Unit of the Nigeria Police or the EFCC should be allowed, or the ICPC should be allowed to investigate this matter. So if those whistleblowers are found to have concocted the information they put in the public domain, then they can be prosecuted. But you see, all of this will just be playing to the gallery. If there is no whistleblowing act, there must be, because corruption has severely damaged this country.
All right.
We need whistleblowing act that will encourage Nigerians to come out boldly and say, look, this and this and this and this needs to be investigated.
Even about, hear this by way of digression. Let me rub this in. I hope it is relevant. You remember the Oputa panel? It was supposed to be something akin to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in South Africa. But that panel was not instituted by, it was not backed by any law.
Which is unfortunate, and we are still doing this.
So sometimes you are wondering if these things are deliberate.
Are they not?
I don't know.
I think they are, because, if I remember that the issue of whistleblower was so talked about extensively at that. So if, as of this time, we are yet to have...
I personally thought it was like a Daniel come to judgment.
Yes.
Especially in the fight against corruption.
So when, as we speak, we don't have any acts, supporting it, and there's no particular protection for whistleblowers, then we're not ready to sanitize this country.
Okay. All right, then. Let's go to our next story. The debate over local government autonomy